Hello children, good afternoon all. I am Dr. Lakshmi from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as an Associate Professor in SNH Department. In our previous classes, we have been discussing about what are the eigenvalues and eigenvectors and what are the properties of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Right? Now in this class, we are moving forward to the next concept of matrices, which is about an important theorem called Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So let me explain in this class what is the statement of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem and what are its applications. Right? So according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, it states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So what is Cayley-Hamilton theorem? Sometimes we call it as CHT. What is that one? Every square matrix, if it is A, every square matrix A satisfies its own characteristic equation. For example, if lambda square plus 5 lambda minus 6 equal to 0 is the characteristic equation of a matrix A, of a particular matrix A, then according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, it is always true that with lambda equal to A replaced, A square plus 5 into A minus 6, we should write here I because this is the matrix polynomial. So minus 6i is equal to 0, and this is known as the result of the CHT. Every square matrix, every characteristic equation, the characteristic equation of a matrix A is always satisfied by itself. That is what our Cayley-Hamilton theorem is, right? So the characteristic equation of every matrix A is satisfied by itself, right? That is our statement of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now let us see what are the applications of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. We have two different applications. The first one is to determine A inverse of a given matrix. We can easily calculate A inverse of a given matrix on applying the CHT. The second application is to find out the powers of A, like to calculate A power 3, A power 4, A power 5 and so on. The CHT is very much useful. So how many applications are there? There are two applications. One is to find out the inverse of a matrix. The second is to find out the powers of a matrix. Now let us apply the CHT to solve the given problem here. As the problem is shown here, the problem is first to verify the CHT, that is to show that the given matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation, and then we are going to calculate the A inverse and A power 3 followed by expressing the given 6th degree polynomial as a linear polynomial, a polynomial in A of degree 1, where A is the matrix given by 1, 2, minus 1, 3. Let us first see how the verification of the CHT is done. Right? For everything of the given problem, we need the characteristic equation basically. So let us apply the characteristic equation. Det of A minus lambda equal to 0. That is det of 1 minus lambda 2 minus 1 3 minus lambda is equal to 0. Which implies that after cross multiplication or expanding the determinant, we get 1 minus lambda into 3 minus lambda, which gives us minus lambda into minus lambda, lambda square, minus lambda into 1, minus lambda, 3 into minus lambda, minus 3 lambda. So total minus lambda minus 3 lambda, we have minus 4 lambda. Then 1 into 3 is 3, minus of minus 1 into 2, which is minus 2, is equal to 0. So we have the equation lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 3 plus 2, 5 is equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation of the given square matrix. Now let us verify the CHT. To verify the CHT, we have to apply the theorem first. And according to our theorem, this characteristic equation should be satisfied by the matrix A itself. That is, by CHT, we should get A square minus 4A plus 5 into I, a zero matrix. Now let us verify whether this equation is true or not. Right? To verify this expression, whether the left hand side is equal to a zero matrix, we need to first calculate A square. Let us do it here. It is A square. A is 1, 2 minus 1, 3. So 1, 2 minus 1, 3. Multiplying the first row with the first column, we have 1 minus 2. We have minus 1. 2 plus 6, we have 8. Minus 1 minus 3 minus 4. It is minus 2 plus 9. It is minus 2 plus 9. We have plus 7. This is our A square. Substituting here, minus 1, 8. Minus 4, 7. Minus 4 into the matrix A, which is 1, 2, minus 1, 3. Plus 5 into I is 5, 0, 0, 5. Let us verify whether this is the zero matrix or not. So we have minus 1, minus 4 into 1, minus 4, which is minus 5, plus 5, we get the value 0. Similarly, when we calculate all the other, we can see that each element is 0. So clearly the CHT is verified here. We say that the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified by the given matrix. Now let us see how A inverse can be calculated. By the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we have A square minus 4 into A plus 5 into I equal to 0. Now in order to calculate the A inverse, so what we are going to do? We are going to calculate A inverse using CHT. So for getting A inverse, what we do is, we multiply both sides of this with A inverse. So it is A inverse of A square minus 4A plus 5I is equal to 0, which gives us A minus 4I plus 5 into A inverse is 0, which gives us 5 into A inverse is 4I minus A, or A inverse is equal to 1 by 5 of 4 into I minus A. Right? Similarly, when we try to calculate A power 3, to find A power 3, what we do here is, because the characteristic equation has the maximum degree 2 here, in order to get A power 3, we multiply on both sides with A. So we get A power 3 minus 4 into, when we multiply on both sides with A, we have A cube minus 4A square plus 5 into A equal to 0, which gives us A power 3 equal to 4 into A square minus 5A. And this is the expression required for A power 3. Now, in order to express the given 6th degree polynomial in terms of a degree 1 polynomial, let us consider the given 6th degree polynomial. It is A power 6 minus 4 into A power 5 plus 8 into A power 4 minus 12 into A cube plus 14 into A square. Already we have by CHT A square minus 4A plus 5y equal to 0. Keeping in view of this, we now reduce this 6th degree to degree 1 polynomial, which is our required linear polynomial. So when we take from this A power 6, A power 4 common, we write the expression of CHT directly, A square minus 4A plus 5y. Now we cross check. We have A power 4 into A square, A power 6. Yes, it is true. A power 4 into 4A. We have minus 4 A power 5. Yes, we got. Similarly, A power 4 into 5y. We have 5 A power 4 only included. 3 A power 4 is left over. So 3 A power 4 minus 12 into A power 3 plus 14 into A square. Because A square minus 4A plus 5y is 0, it can be cancelled. Now this can be written as 3 into A power 4 minus 12A cube plus 14A square. Again taking 3A square common, we have, keeping the left hand side of the result, A square minus 4A plus 5y. Let us once again cross check. 3A square into A square, 3A power 4. 3A square into minus 4A minus 12A cube Yes, it has been taken already. 3a square into 5i, 15a square. But only 14a square is existing. So what we do here, it is 15a square minus a square gives us a 14a square. Now it is 3a square of 0 minus a square. So we get minus a square. But already we know that a square is equal to, as we calculated this already from our CHT result itself, we have a square is equal to 4 into a minus 5i, which gives us minus 4a plus 5i. So minus a square is minus 4a plus 5i, or plus a square is 4a minus 5i. This is our required linear polynomial in terms of a. Do you understand all about the application and the statement of the theorem? Yes. So what is our CHT as we told just now? It states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. There are two uses, there are two applications of it. To find out the inverses, to find out the powers of the matrices. And in the given problem for the given matrix A, we have verified, we found the calculation, we have shown the calculation of A inverse, calculated a power 3, and everything we did based on the result of the CHT. Followed by, finally we have shown the reduced the given 6th degree polynomial to a first degree polynomial, which is a 4a minus 5i. I hope you all understood the Cayley-Hamilton theorem and its applications using the problem I have explained. Let us now discuss two more problems based on the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So before I explain the two problems written here, let us first recollect, right? Already we finished two or more problems in the just before. Now to learn the solution of these two also, before that we recollect once what is the Cayley-Hamilton theorem and what are its applications, right? As we all know, the Cayley-Hamilton theorem states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. And there are two applications of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. It is useful to find out the inverse of a square matrix. Also, it is useful to find out the powers of a matrix, the powers of the matrices, right? So in the previous class, we have discussed the problems wherein we have verified the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. We have seen how to calculate the powers and also the inverses of the matrices. Now in these two examples, also in the previous example, we have discussed to express the given higher degree polynomial, matrix polynomial into the lower degree polynomial, right? We have learned to reduce the given higher degree matrix polynomial to lower degree polynomial using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now let us solve two of these problems using the same theorem. Look at the first question here. Show that A inverse does not exist using Cayley-Hamilton theorem if A is equal to 0 to minus 1, minus 2, 0 to 1, minus 2, 0. Clearly, we can observe that the given matrix is a skew symmetric matrix. So what is to be done here with the matrix A? We have to show that for this given matrix A inverse does not exist. That should be shown by using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. But we already know that in order to use the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we should first apply the result of the theorem, right? Means we have to determine the characteristic equation of the matrix first, then we have to apply the statement of the theorem that every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. Thereby we can get the result of the theorem, which is useful in the calculation of the inverses, the powers, or the reduction of the higher degree polynomials to the lower degree. So in this problem also we are going to have first, what is the characteristic equation? Consider the matrix A given. As we all know, the characteristic equation of the matrix A is det of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. it can be written as that of subtracting lambda from the diagonals. Directly we can write the characteristic equation. Subtracting lambda from the diagonal, placing in the determinant symbol all the 9 elements of the matrix, we can have 0 minus lambda, 2 minus 1, minus 2, 0 minus lambda 2, 1 minus 2, 0 minus lambda is equal to 0. On when we expand this determinant, we have minus lambda into minus lambda into minus lambda. We have minus lambda cube. Next we have, responding to this 2, minus 2 of its minor. It is minus 2 into minus lambda, 2 lambda, minus 1 into 2, minus 2. Next, corresponding to this minus 1, its sign is plus, so minus 1 remains the same, into its minor, minus 2 into minus 2, it is a 4, minus 0, minus 1 into minus lambda, it is minus lambda, minus of minus plus lambda is equal to 0. So we have got minus lambda cube, minus 4 lambda, we have minus 4 lambda plus 4, minus 4 minus lambda is equal to 0. On simplification we get minus lambda cube minus 5 lambda is equal to 0, which is nothing but lambda cube plus 5 lambda is equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation of the given square matrix. Now when we apply the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, this characteristic equation should be satisfied by the matrix itself. Then it changes to, taking lambda is equal to a in the equation, we have lambda cube reduces to a cube plus 5 into lambda become a. So a cube plus 5 into a become a 0 matrix. Now using this a cube plus 5 into a equal to 0, we have to determine A inverse, and we should be able to show that according to the given problem, inverse does not exist. Now in order to find out the inverse by this result, what we do is, we multiply on both sides of this equation with A inverse. Let us see what happens. A inverse of a power 3 plus 5 into a is equal to 0. As a result, we get a square plus 5, a into a inverse, it is 5 into I is equal to a inverse into 0 matrix, it is 0 matrix. So look at the expression we got, it is a square plus 5 into I equal to 0. What we have tried with the result of CHT, we multiplied on both sides of the result of CHT by A inverse in order to then separate that A inverse term, and we are going to write in further lines that A inverse is equal to an expression. But it is not possible in this case. When we try to multiply the result with A inverse, this A inverse has been observed. See, after multiplication, A inverse does not remain. It just indicates that A inverse does not exist. The reason is, when we try to multiply with A inverse for its elimination, it has been observed with the result of CHT, which just indicates that for the question, for the given problem, A inverse does not exist. It has been disappeared with the result of the CHT. Am I clear? So we have found the characteristic equation, applied the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, then from the result, in order to determine A inverse, multiplied on both sides, but even after the multiplication of A inverse, it does not remain here in the end result. Therefore, our conclusion is that A inverse does not exist for the given matrix. So whatever is the problem, it has been proved. Am I clear? Now let us move on to the next problem, wherein it is given that A is equal to the square matrix, a 2 by 2 square matrix, 1, 4, 2, 3. Right? So I have chosen small order matrix in order to make the problem more clear. Right? So then using this matrix A, the question is to find the 5th degree matrix polynomial matrix equal to what? So using the given matrix A, in this question we need to find what is the matrix corresponding to this 5th degree matrix polynomial. This expression is called the matrix polynomial because in this expression the variable is the matrix itself and the degree is 5. So degree 5 matrix polynomial it can be known as. So we are going to calculate with the given matrix A what is the matrix corresponding to this fifth degree polynomial. So instead of calculating a power 5, a power 4, a power 3, a square and then substituting and calculating the required fifth degree, it is enough if we apply the CHT result, very easily we can determine the fifth degree polynomial. It can be very easily reduced to a simple matrix, whatever is the required answer, right? So let us find out the characteristic equation first. As we all know, the characteristic equation of the matrix A is det of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. It is nothing but det of 1 minus lambda 4 to 3 minus lambda is equal to 0. On expanding this we have 1 minus lambda into 3 minus lambda, we get lambda square, minus lambda minus 3 lambda, we have minus 4 lambda, 3 minus 8, we have 3 minus 8 minus 5 is equal to 0, the characteristic equation. When we apply the theorem, this equation to be satisfied by the matrix A itself, so that it reduces to A square minus 4A minus 5I is equal to 0 matrix. Right? Now using this quadratic matrix polynomial which is equal to 0 matrix, we need to reduce the given fifth degree matrix polynomial to a simple matrix. Now let us consider the given fifth degree polynomial which is a power 5 minus 4 into a power 4 minus 7a cube, right? Please try to understand this carefully. Minus 7a cube plus 11a square minus a minus 10 into I. Because it is the fifth degree and our characteristic equation is of degree 2, the result is also of degree 2. So we separate this a square from this a power 5. For that we take common a power 3. So directly after taking a power 3 common, it is for our convenience easier if we place the left hand side of the result of the CHT here, right? So we have here in brackets we are going to write a square minus 4a minus 5i. We are not writing the right side of the result. We are only writing the left side of the result for our convenience to get the solution very easily, to understand it very easily. So a cube is common because the maximum power is a power 5 and the result has only degree 2. So I have separated degree 2 and the degree 3 from a power 5. Now let us multiply this expression and compare. Let us the given matrix polynomial coincide with whatever we have written or not. We are cross checking. So a cube into a square is a power 5. We have got a cube into minus 4a, the term is obtained. A cube into minus 5i, it is minus 5a cube, only minus 5a cube has taken, minus 2 is remaining, minus 2a cube is remaining. All the other remaining terms are plus 11a square minus a minus 10i. Now the term inside the brackets according to the result of CHT become a 0 matrix, so I am crossing it over. So this a cube of 0 matrix is 0 matrix. So nothing to do with this term. It has become 0. Now the remaining terms are minus 2a cube plus 11a square minus a minus 10i. Because our CHT result has maximum degree 2, now this a cube degree 3 has to be separated. A square. Because minus 2 is common here, let us now separate this minus 2 also. So what we get here? Minus 2a when we take common, inside let us write the result, left hand side of the result, a square minus 4a minus 5i, and again cross check. So minus 2a into a square is minus 2a cube we have got. So minus 2a into minus 4a, it is 8a square, but already 11a square is there, so plus 3a square is remaining. Next it is minus 2a into minus 5i, it is 10 into a, but already minus a is there. So to get minus a with this 10 into a, we have to write minus 10 into a. So minus 10 into a, this minus a will give us minus 11 into a. Next is minus 10i left over. And again the term inside bracket is 0, 0 column, 0 matrix. So total expression becomes 0. Now it is 3a square minus 11a minus 10i. We have to take 3 common again from this last expression. Writing again the result, we have a square minus 4a minus 5i. Again cross checking. 3a square has matched. Minus 12a is there. When we do plus 12a with this, we have plus a. And the last term is minus 15i. So to compare with this minus 10i, because already taken is minus 15i, we have to apply plus 15i with this. So minus 10i plus 15i will give us plus 5i. And again the term in brackets becomes 0, and we got the expression a plus 5 into i, where a is equal to 1423. 5 into I is 5005. So the matrix answer we are getting 1 plus 5 is 6. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 5 is 8. So the matrix corresponding to the given 5th degree matrix polynomial is the square by 2 by 2 square matrix 6, 4, 2, 8. Right? Similar problem we have solved in the first example also. Similar model already we have solved. I hope you all clear with the model of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, its applications, doing verification of CHT, finding powers and inverse of CHT. Whether to prove that the inverse does not exist, or if exists to find out A inverse. All the different cases of the problems under CHT we have considered. Right? I hope you all understood with this. Right? Thank you.